The furnace fan spun down exactly 4 hours ago. The silence was the first warning. Now the silence is heavy. The thermostat is a digital tombstone reading a temperature that belongs in a morgue, not a living room. Your cell signal died with the towers, and down the street, your neighbor Steve is dragging a propane patio heater into his foyer like he's inviting a carbon monoxide dragon to dinner. Steve is about to make a fatal mistake. Most people think survival is about making fire. Wrong. Fire consumes fuel. Fire attracts desperate people. Fire is a trap. Real survival isn't about making heat. It's about stealing it back from the universe. No worries, we're going to fix this using physics, trash, and questionable life choices. Here's the myth. You need to heat your house. Here's the brutal reality. Your house is actively trying to kill you. Trying to heat 2,000 square feet with a candle is like trying to boil the ocean with a match. Stop trying to live in your house. You need to live in a box inside your house. Pick the smallest room, drag mattresses in, tape blankets over the door frame. You are building a nest, not a living space. Then build a fort inside that room. Yes, like a child, use chairs and blankets. The science is simple. Volume. Your body produces 100 watts of heat. In a large room, that heat disappears. In a tiny blanket fort, it cycles back to you. You are creating a Russian nesting doll of poverty. The smaller the space, the longer you live. Windows are not architectural features anymore. They are thermal hemorrhages. Glass is essentially a hole in your wall that lets light in and sucks your life force out. Touch the glass. It feels like ice. That is conduction stealing your heat. You need to kill the window. Grab bubble wrap, grab cardboard, grab the ugly curtains you hate. Spray water on the glass and stick bubble wrap to it, facing the glass. Then tape cardboard over the frame. Seal the edges with duct tape like you're trying to suffocate the wall. You want dead air space. Dead air is the best insulator on the planet. The outcome? You lose the view, but you stop bleeding infrared energy into the night. A dark room is better than a frozen one. People think they need expensive gear. Wrong. You just need to look like a pile of garbage. First rule, cotton is death. If you sweat in cotton, it stays wet. Water conducts heat away from your body 25 times faster than air. Wearing cotton in a blackout is a suicide note written in sweat. Wear wool, wear synthetics, then become trash. Stuff crumpled newspaper, dry leaves, or bubble wrap between your clothing layers. You will look like a scarecrow that lost a fight with a recycling bin. But those crumpled balls create pockets of trapped air. Insulation is just trapped air that can't move. Look stupid, stay warm, survive. Water is strange. It takes a lot of energy to heat up, but it holds on to that heat with a stubborn grip. If you have a stove or a frantic hour of sunshine, fill plastic bottles with hot water. Wrap them in a sock so they don't burn you. Put one between your legs, put one under your arms. You have just built a hydronic heating system for your blood. But here's the catch. Do not drink the snow. Eating snow lowers your core temperature violently. Your body burns precious calories to melt it just to process it. That is a bad trade. Melt it first. Let physics do the work, not your metabolism. While you're freezing, others are freezing too. And freezing people get desperate. If your house looks warm, if they see the orange glow of a candle, you become a target. You become the loot drop. Phase 5 is camouflage. Keep the blackout curtains sealed. No light escapes. But here's the clever, petty part. Let the frost build up on your windows. A warm house melts the frost. A dead house stays frozen. You want the looters to walk past your house, look at the frozen glass, shiver, and think, nobody's alive in there. Deception is the best security system. It costs 0 calories and keeps the predators walking. Someone is going to bring a charcoal grill inside. Someone is going to run a generator in the garage.
That person is going to go to sleep warm and never wake up. Carbon monoxide is the silent assassin. It bonds to your blood 200 times stronger than oxygen. You suffocate while your lungs are full of air. If you burn anything, candle, propane, wood, crack a window. Yes, you lose heat, but losing heat is better than losing a pulse. Don't be Steve. Steve is warm, but Steve is also dead. Here is why you will survive while others freeze. You stopped trying to heat the air, and you started heating the biological machine, you. Thermodynamics is a cold, unfeeling set of laws. It dictates that heat always moves to cold. It wants you to be the same temperature as the blizzard outside. Your job is to be an insult to thermodynamics. You trap the air, you insulate the core, you deceive the outside world. You aren't trying to be comfortable. Comfort died when the power went out. You are trying to be efficient. The cold is patient. Be stubborn.